You know, John, I've always been fascinated by actors' movie debut. Now let's go back to a Ernest Borgnine film classic, Devil's Rain.
Yes, what would you like to know? I have lots of Devil Rain stories.
Yeah. Well, how was that experience for you? Because weren't you behind the mask in that?
Oh, I wasn't even in the movie in theory. I mean I was in the theory. I wasn't kind of in it actually because I was hidden behind a mask, and I was a makeup dummy. You know, they had all their special effects goo coming out of my mask, and I got to hang out with a bunch of big stars. I mean, it was very cool. I wasn't famous yet, but it was $800 a week for 5 weeks. That was a pretty good gig, and I was very happy about that.
You know, there's a lot been said about your turning down the American Gigolo to pass up on that, but I read once that you were considering doing one of the Godfather sequels and playing Al Pacino's son. Was that ever...
That was before. It was in Godfather 2, and Robbie Benson actually... Oh, wait, you're talking about...
the Godfather...
3. Yes, Charlie Bluehorner was the chairman of Paramount, and well, chairman of the bigger company.
Gulf and Western. Yeah.
Gulf and Western,
Yeah.
right. He wanted me to do Godfather 3, and he kind of planted the seed, and then I met with Coppola, and they never quite got it. He wasn't into it. He didn't need the money then, and then, you know, a few years later he did, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Was that...
So I didn't do it.
Was that a bitter experience for you? What did that
Bitter?
mean?
No, because I never... you know, you can't talk people into sequels. You know, it's like they gotta do it or they don't do it.
Yeah.
No. None of the movies I turned down or couldn't get off the ground were ever bitter experiences. American Gigolo, I just didn't want to do, but I did an Urban Cowboy instead. You know, you know.
Well, speaking of Urban Cowboy and Saturday Night Fever, in this film, I mean, those films were known for their dance numbers, and this film, when you hit the dance floor, I mean, everybody in the audience was riveted. I'm just wondering, what was the atmosphere like on the set that day? And did you have any hesitations about doing that scene, about people making comparisons?
Because, you know, if you saw Reservoir Dogs, Quentin has an affection for little dance things in movies, you know, so he would, any actor would have had to have done that. It just happens that I have this history that goes along with me, but doing it as a hitman, heroin addict, you know, thug, overweight thug was like a much more fascinating way to do a twist than in other novelty dances of the 60s. But no, I had a blast doing it, you know, and it kind of works on many levels, you know. People get to have history with me, and I get to do different character dancing. You know.
You know, one of the most underrated films that I've seen, one I really enjoyed you in, was Blowout.
Oh, I love Blowout.
Yeah, and I was just thinking when, I mean, you did a great job doing drama in that film, and now when this film coming out, you're doing drama again, and some people are saying, oh, this is Travolta's comeback film. Do you consider yourself having gone somewhere, or what do you think of that whole comeback label?
I've had a lot of opportunity to reevaluate that comeback concept, and what it is a reinventing of oneself, and maybe that should have been the concept more than a comeback, because I've had a lot of comebacks. So, but there is something new to this. It's a prestigious film. It's a prestigious cast. It won a big award at Cannes. So the quality of the comeback is different, and that's valid. You know. Then I don't mind it. You know, maybe a quality comeback.